In this lesson, we're going to be discussing terms to look out for in record contracts. So, don't go anywhere and we'll be right back. Alright, some key terms I want you to look out for in record contracts are exclusivity, territory, terms, perpetuity, rights granted, advances, points, recording costs, artist royalties, producer royalties, tour support, release commitments, key man clause, controlled composition clause, and re-recording rights. Let's break them all down now. Exclusivity simply means the artist cannot go record for another label or leave the record contract without permission. Territory. Record companies will usually ask for artist rights worldwide, but there have been cases where artists were only signed for their rights in certain territories. Term. The term is what establishes how long a contract will last for, and this can be measured in years, albums, or singles. Perpetuity. This simply means forever. So if, for instance, the record contract says the record company gets 80 points in perpetuity, it means they get 80 points forever. Rights granted. The rights granted can give a record company complete ownership of an artist's master's name and likeness. Advances. This is the money the record company lends the artist to invest in their music, and this advance is recouped from the artist's share of royalties. Recording costs. Recording costs is simply the amount of money typically included in the advance that is allocated or should be allocated to booking studios, paying for features, and hiring engineers. Artist royalties. This is the amount of money the record company would pay the artist for record sales, streams, and downloads. Producer royalties. This is the same as artist royalties, but for producers. So it's simply a producer's cut or percentage of revenue. Tour support. Tour support is the money the record company fronts the artist to finance their tour. For instance, pay for tour buses, get stylists, pay for everything they need in order to make the tour happen. The record company then recoups this from the artist's share of the revenue. Release commitment. You should really keep an eye out for this one and make sure it's included in your contract. So release commitment requires the record company to release and market your single or album within a particular time frame. This will save you from just sitting around and not knowing when you're dropping or when they'll market your work. Key man clause. This clause allows you to leave the record company if the person listed as your key man leaves the record company. Controlled composition clause. This is the percentage of the statutory mechanical royalty that the record company pays the songwriter. And lastly, recording rights. Under the recording rights, the record company establishes a specific number of years for which the artist is not allowed to re-record the master that the record company owns, even after the record deal. So there you have it, guys. I hope this lesson was insightful. I can't wait to continue, so stick around and I'll see you in the next video.